Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to another edition of Geometry Excellence Television. All right, let's see what we got today. We are doing dilations centered about the origin. All right, cool. You can compare the ordered pairs of the figure or the image to determine the scale factor. Okay, we did scale factor before, but now we're doing it in a coordinate plane. Okay, for example, if A is -1, 3. So this is called the pre-image. Right there, write that down. And A prime, this is what happens after we transformed it. This is called the image. Okay? So how do we do it? So scale factor means we're either going to enlarge it. So as a circle, we're either going to enlarge it or we're going to shrink it. Like that. So this looks like, if I went from -1 to -4, what did I multiply by? If I went from 3 to 12 on the y, what did I multiply by? Yeah, 4, because 3 times 4 is 12, and -1 times 4 is -4. Okay, so we can see that the scale factor is 4. Let's apply this a little bit. Let's look at a picture so it's not as abstract, okay? So, the mapping rule for dilation. So here it is. So the dilation is going to get a little bigger because it says that I'm going to multiply the x by 1.5 and the y by 1.5. So that means I'm multiplying by 1.5. That means it's going to enlarge. So this triangle here is going to get bigger. Okay? Let's see what happens about whether it's closer to or further to the center in a second. So what am I going to do? So I need to dilate all of these by the scale factor of 1.5. Okay, let's do it. Write this down. So A prime, that's going to be our new A, is 3 times 1.5 for the x, comma, 5, that's the y, times, times 1.5. Okay, so A prime is going to be 3 times 1.5, which is 4.5, and 5 times 1.5, which is 7.5. Yeah. So A prime is 4.5, 7.5. We got it. All right, next, let's do B. Let's going to do color. So B is going to be B prime. So I have 4 times 1.5, comma, the y is 2 times 1.5. Okay, so B prime, 4 times 1.5 is 6. 2 times 1.5 is 3. So there is B prime. Next, we have C prime. Let's get a new color. C prime. All right, C prime is 1 times 1.5, comma, what's the y? 1 times 1.5. All right, so that means that C prime, anything times 1 is itself, 1.5, 1.5. Whoop, there you go. So there are 3 image points. So I can graph those right there and I can see how it has enlarged. All right, next, let's get a chart going. Ooh, okay, cool. So now we have the starting point is 1, 4, let's say, and we have dilation by 2, dilation by 5, dilation by 1/2, and dilation by 3/4 right there. Okie dokie, no problem. So the first is I'm going to multiply these by 2. So 1 times 2 is just 2. And then 4 times 2 is 8. I can do that in my head. And there's the dilation by 2. Next, dilation by 5. So I'll multiply 1 by 5, and that's 5. And then 4 by 5, which is 20. Got it. All right, now I'm going to cut them in half. Okay. So now, 1 cut in half is just 1/2. And 4 times 1/2 is cut in half, which is 2. Got it. Okay, so now 3/4. Huh. Well, that's 1 times 3/4, comma, 4 times 3/4. Okay, what is that? Well, that's going to be 1 times 3/4 is just 3/4. 4 times 3/4, that's going to be 12/4, which is 3. There you go. So that is the first one. Okay, let's try the next one. I need to erase it, so I need more room. Okay, 4, 2. This is the last one I'm going to do. Then you're going to do the other ones on your own, down to here. So I'm going to do this number 2, and you're going to do 3 to 5, okay? Next one, let's see. So I have 4, 2. So multiplying by 2, so I get 8 for x and 4 for y. Nice. Now let's do 5. Dilation of 5, scale factor of 5. So 4 times 5 is 20, and 2 times 5, which is 10. Got it. Okay, next, what are we going to do? What's our scale factor? A half. Yeah, this is called scale factor. Write that in. Always know the vocab. Got it. Okay. 4 cut in half is 2. 2 cut in half is 1. Got it. All right, last one right here. So now 3/4. 4 times 3/4, comma, 2 times 3/4. All right, let's break it down. 4 times 3/4, that's 12 over 4, which is 3. What's this right here? This is 6/4, but I can simplify that to 3/2. Dang, that it is. All right, so I got 1 and 2. Pause the video. I want you to do 3, 4, and 5. Ready, set, go. All right, let's check it out. Let's see if we got it. So this is going to be 4, 0. This is going to be 10, 0. Then I have 1, 0. And then I have 3 over 2, 0 for number 3. Cool? If you don't have it, pause the video, raise your hand. Number 4, we have -2, 4. We have -5, 10. We have -1/2 and 1. And we have, ooh, hopefully you got this one, -3/4 and 3/2. There you go. Last but not least, what do we got? Oh yeah, number 5. Number 5. So we got -4, -6. We got -10, -15. We have -1, -3/2. Yeah, you divide -3 by 2. And then we have, last but not least, -3 over 2. And we have 9/4. Got it. Okay, so that is the first part. Last question, let's check it out. If scale factor also determines the relationship, I'm reading right here, between segment length, how can we prove that using the dilation above? Okay, so let's look at these points right here. So we have this. So we have J, which is -2, 6. Then it looks like we got J prime, which is -4, 12. Always look at the pre-image and the image right there. Then what else do we have? We have over here, this is, I don't know, Y, it doesn't matter, Y of 6 and 2. And this is Y prime, which is 12 and 4. So what I'm doing is I'm looking at how we multiply the pre-image to get the image right here. So this is the pre-image. This is where I started with, and then we blew it up to something similar, which is this big triangle out there. Okay, so 6 to 12, -2 to 4. Oh, I see the pattern. 6 to 12, 2 to 4. What's the scale factor? Yeah, it's 2. Got it. So he enlarged it by a factor of 2. There you go. All right, so here are some problems I want you to do. Just like we did before, I want you to figure out what the scale is here, and I also want you to, here's the multiply, here's the scale factor, multiply all of these by 3, multiply all these by 34. See if you can get it. Ready, set, go. Nice job.